Hi, I'm on my way to a public forum right now. I think it's gonna be a good one. Hello. Hi, I'm Leslie Nope. Here are your guys' agendas for today. On today's agenda is Thomas Jefferson's Monticello. For those of you who don't know, Monticello was Thomas Jefferson's primary plantation. There has been a lot of buzz about this historical landmark. Some want to keep it the way it is, and some want to tear it down all the way. Maybe we can reach a middle ground. Let's start this forum by hearing from all of you. Who'd like to start?
I can. My name's Ann Perkins.
Hi, Ann.
Hi. Let me introduce myself a little bit. I'm a school teacher for 5th graders at the local elementary school. I understand that the historical landmark raises concerns with some members of our community. However, the experience of visiting this state is very rewarding and extremely educational. I take my students there every year, and they learn so much from being able to stand where former presidents stood, to be where enslaved men and women once lived. It's really interesting. Instead of just learning about the events in the classroom, they're really able to engage and interact with the history.
And they have really cute t-shirts in the souvenir shop.
I totally think that some changes need to be made to the monument, but it's so important for the children to have that educational resource.
Okay, thank you, Ann. Now, would anyone else like to go?
Of course. Hi everybody, my name is Donna Jones, and over the past few months, I have been an avid participant in the Black Lives Matter movement. It is not okay for people to just sit here and ignore the variety of issues that this landmark has. I mean, historical figures like Thomas Jefferson didn't care about—
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? Thomas Jefferson? I thought you were...
Dead? Yes. But I'm here. Well, as a ghost, mind you. I've heard there are concerns with my state, Monticello. I've come to do some explaining. It's obvious you folks need it.
Are you kidding me? Of course people have concerns. Monticello has been glamorized and respected. The abuse that occurred there completely glossed over. Like I was saying, Monticello should not continue to be a historical monument. It paints Thomas Jefferson to be this hero, while completely dismissing his disgusting behavior.
The greatest and richest of men all owned slaves. There was no wrong there.
Are you kidding me? How can you say that? We all deserve the same rights as the next person. You're acting as if you've done nothing wrong. Can you not see the issue of owning slaves? Do you have any idea the repercussions of what you did? African Americans are still being mistreated, even today.
Okay, let's settle down.
No, I agree with Ms. Snope. Everyone needs to realize the context of the situation. Donna's right. People's lives have been negatively affected by the actions of the slaveholders, and that really needs to be addressed. But Jefferson is also right. That's how things are done. People own slaves. It's awful, but many believe that it was necessary.
Of course. Let's hear your thoughts, Jefferson.
Why, thank you. I must now defend Monticello. I once said, I am as happy nowhere else and in no other society, and all my wishes end where I hope the days will end at Monticello. And they did. I built Monticello from the ground up. It was a successful tobacco plantation, and I've done so much for this country. I was a primary draftsman in the Declaration of Independence. I was the nation's first secretary of the state. I was the second vice president before I was the third president of the United States. I've been honorable, and I've done much good. Under the law of nations, all men are born free. Everyone comes into the world with a right to his own person, which includes the liberty of moving and using it at his own will. How could my state be infringing upon the rights of certain people if they have the same rights as I do?
I can't even with this dude. Do you hear him? This guy is trying to say it was his right to own slaves. Nice one, Jeff. I've heard that he even ordered physical abuse for his slaves. If he wants to claim that the African Americans he owned have the same rights that he does, how would that warrant the behavior that he gave to them? Disgusting. He talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk.
Well, you make some good points, Mr. Jefferson. Plus, I'm still a little starstruck. You're a ghost here, just talking with us. That's crazy. That's crazy, right?
Excuse me. This is all nonsense. Who cares that you were president? You didn't even address your slaves, Jefferson. And what about Sally Hemings? Care to bring her up? Or are you just purposely ignoring that story?
My God, you remind me of Alexander Hamilton. Too many questions and too much ambition for your own good. Yes, I own slaves. So what? And Sally Hemings was just my chambermaid. That's the end of it.
Maybe we should just focus on the facts, guys. Everyone's in the wrong here. Important to remember that, right? Just your maid. She was more than that to you, and you know it. She was 16 when you first got her pregnant, and then you went on to do it 5 more times.
Everything's going great. There's so much passion in the room. It's great.
Literal proof.
Is it hot?
There's literal proof.
There's nothing. There's no such thing.
I don't know. I have to feel like it's hot in here. Both of you, quiet. Donna, try to look at it from Jefferson's point of view. He doesn't understand the works and the ways of our modern society. And Jefferson, this is the 21st century. Times are different. Slavery has been abolished for almost a century now. Our generation is working hard to deal with the damage of previous ones like your own. Obviously, you can't help how you were raised, but people just don't think the same anymore.
Is that so? I had no idea it had been so long. I guess our declaration worked. I don't know what to say except yes, I own slaves, and yes, I had children with one of them. I'm not used to being wrong, and I'm still not sure I am, but I understand that I lived in different times.
It's working.
Look, I guess I can see it from your point of view, Jefferson. I don't agree in the slightest, though. Your state is a constant reminder to African American people of the suffering that they had endured in their history. This needs to change.
I see. I have no more words.
Okay, you guys, so what is the best solution?
Keep it the way it is.
Tear the whole thing down.
Goodness, my turn to speak. Like I've said earlier, the both of you have very strong, very intense feelings, and that's totally fine. But we need to come to a consensus. I read this article a few days ago, and the author proposed a way to make both sides happy. Altercations can be made at the monument, more information can be publicized, more credit can be given to the slaves. Things can be made better, but it's going to take work, and some of the information might be really uncomfortable. But the truth needs to come out.
I think I could agree to that. I mean, it's important the slave's truth be told. Not only that, but Jefferson can't be painted as such a charitable guy, when in reality, he's quite the piece of work.
Hey.
I think that is a good compromise. The truth needs to come out, and no one can argue with that. Not even you, Jefferson. Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Even you, Jefferson.
Aye.
Yay! Okay, so consensus has been made. U.S. government personnel will work their very best to make sure that the landmark is changed to better represent the people who endured hard times there. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and have a wonderful day.